Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So in the previous video I have shown you how we can draw sweet pea flowers and how we can paint sweet pea flowers into different techniques. So these are very simple. I hope you have tried these two techniques. In today's video I'm going to show you two more techniques to paint sweet pea flowers, and these two techniques are totally different than the previous two techniques. So this might be helpful for you guys and this might be easy for you as well. So it's totally depend on user to user, and let me know which technique you like the best. So let's start with the third technique. So for this one I'm using a bigger brush. This is size 12 round brush, and I have divided my sheet into two parts. In the first part I'm keeping it like that because this is not wet and wet technique. In the second part I'm going to use wet and wet. That's why I have covered the edges with the masking tape. Now let's start with the first one. I want to show you this thing very clearly. So what I'm doing, I'm filling my brush with the one color. So this time I'm using pink and purple. So I'm filling my whole brush with the help of pink color, and then at the tip of brush, the one third part of my brush, I'm picking purple color. So you can choose any combination whatever you like, but make sure your color is not too watery and not too dry. But I want purple to be more visible as compared to pink, so that's why I'm keeping the pink throughout the brush and purple at the tip. Now we need to apply pressure into our brush and move our brush towards left and right, depends on what kind of shape you need for your petal. As you can see, we can clearly see two different colors, that is pink and purple. So just keep in your head what kind of petals and flowers you need to paint, and just move your brush in that way so that you will get different shapes of petals in it. Don't worry about shade, because shade we are already getting a little lighter purple, dark purple, light pink, dark pink. Those things you will automatically get because we are adding two color into same stroke. And whenever I feel like I have less time, I really prefer this particular technique to paint my flowers. We cannot paint very complicated flowers with this particular technique, but having simple flowers we can definitely do. But I can suggest one thing here: do it as soon as possible. Move your brush without thinking too much. Don't stuck in between, otherwise you will get hard edges into your brush. So try to move your brush as soon as possible to avoid hard edges into the petals. Now likewise I have created multiple flowers in here, and whenever you feel like you are not getting two different colors, then just clean your brush with the help of clean water and refill your brush with the two colors whatever you like, and start painting the same flower again. So I have cleaned my brush at least 2 to 3 times to paint all these flowers. So make sure you are cleaning your brush thoroughly. Now we are done with the flowers, and we can add small green sepals at the base of the flower. These things are important whenever you are trying to paint some flowers. So make sure you are adding sepals, stems, leaf, foliages, those kind of things. And let's add stems here. Now I'm using sap green color, and I'm using bigger brush only, and with the help of tip of my brush I'm creating these fine stems. But you can use a smaller brush as well, it's totally up to you. You can switch between the sizes, depend on your need, but I'm doing it with the help of size 12 round brush only. And let's create one stroke leaves as well. I'm keeping everything simple. So I'm adding few leaves in between whenever you like to. The composition of flower is totally up to you, like how you want to compose your flowers and leaves and all those things. How to draw Sweet pea flowers we have already learned in the previous video. If you want to refer to that particular video, I'll give you a link into the description section. Now finish this particular one with the help of vines and leaves. We are almost done with this particular flower. Now let's learn a new technique to paint sweet pea flowers. This is the fourth one. If you really want to refer to my previous video, I will add link to the description section wherein I have explained everything about 2 more techniques to paint these flowers. For the fourth one, I am going to wet in my sheet thoroughly, going back and forth multiple times with help of clean water, and I'll make sure I am getting a very fine layer of water into my sheet. As you can see, I have covered my edges with the help of masking tape. So whenever you are trying these kind of techniques, you can use masking tape or washi tape, whatever you like. And then with the help of blue color and pink color, I'm adding few loose sweet pea flowers here and there. These are the background flower. We are still working on the background, so I'm keeping things a little lighter, and it will gonna be more on the lighter side when it gets dried. So keep your color shades accordingly. I'm adding few blue flower and few pink flower at the background, just roughly creating few petals, and this will gonna spread a little bit because our sheet is wet. So that is something we need, because we need a blurry texture at the background. Now whenever you feel like your sheet is not too wet, you can add more water into the clean section, I should say, but don't overdo it. So make sure your sheet is completely wet when you started with this particular painting. Now I'm going to sprinkle some color into it. So I'm using same color. I'm going to sprinkle pink color, a little bit here and there, blue color, and I'm also going to sprinkle clear water as well, because it gives you very nice effect. I don't know whether you were able to see it in the video, but I would suggest you to try sprinkling some clean water into your flowers, and then you can also sprinkle some white color as well. So these sprinkling is totally optional. If you don't want to do it, you can avoid it. I think we should also sprinkle some green color, so let's do it. And you can also add stems and leaves at the background. So you can add stems, leaves, vines, those kind of things for the background as well. And once done with your background, let it dry for some time, and then we will start working on the foreground. So let it dry and keep it aside for some time. My sheet is now dry, at least the middle section is quite dry, so I can start with the foreground. So I'm going to create 2 more flowers, the highlighted flowers, which is at the foreground. So you can also add a flower shape into your sheet if you're not sure what kind of shape you need. So that is something you can do, obviously. And then with the help of second technique which I have showed you in the previous video, I'm going to use that particular technique to create foreground flowers. So what I'm doing, I'm adding color at the one side, and I'm spreading those color throughout the petals with the help of clean water. Whenever you have a fold kind of shape into the petals, just make sure you have a very fine negative space in between so that you can see those kind of perspective clearly, and do it for all the petals you need. So apply color at one side and spread colors into the petals with the help of clean water, and then you can add more small petals behind the main petals like we did in the second one. So I'm using same technique here to paint the highlighted flowers. I'm going to repeat this for the blue flower as well, and you can create multiple flowers if you want to, but I'm creating only 2 flowers as of now, one with the pink and one with the blue. Now I'm also done with the blue flower. I think I should add a little dark tone of blue and pink here, so you can add these kind of things and modify these kind of things into your flowers. So little dark shade of pink as well in the pink flower. I have also added foreground leaves and foliages, which I have not showed you because I'm doing the same thing. And you can also sprinkle some pink and blue with dark note as well. Totally up to you. Just make sure you're not ruining your first painting. And then slowly remove the masking tape. Do it very carefully. And we are done with 2 more techniques for sweet pea flowers. So hope you have liked this video. Do let me know if you guys have any feedback for me, and thank you so much for supporting me and loving my videos and commenting on my videos. So let me know which technique you like the best out of 4 techniques that we have learned for sweet pea flowers, and see you guys in the next video.